Okay, this needs to be said. I'm on the World Watch right now. This is from 6/4/2026. It's just another video. So many of these videos on these sites. This is theworldwatch.com. It's a site I don't like. I can't I can't register on it. I think they blocked me or something. But I go there and watch their videos anyway, so I can't comment. But who cares anyway? Because who would look at the comments anyway? Comments are just comments. They're not videos. So this title of this video is "Suspect Throws Lit Molotov Cocktail on Cruiser Before Fatal OIS." I'm not sure what that means. But it doesn't look like this guy has a gun at all. The day I'm recording this is the 5th of June, but it says this was submitted a day ago. So far, 4,800 views. So basically it says Grand Rapids PD officers responded to the scene, after the man threatened to kill his family. He tried to set a cruiser ablaze, carjacked a woman, and attacked a canine before the shooting. And so it's too much stuff to read here, though. But from what I can see in this video, the man does not have a gun, does not have a firearm at all. And the police murdered him. So that's another evil thing about our evil world, is that these people who do wrong, they get done wrong by the authorities too. So do these cops think, okay, well, no, I should be careful of shooting this person because I shouldn't shoot this person because, like, that would not be good because, well, most likely this person, if I shoot this person and kill them, and they're pretty much taught to shoot to kill, which is evil also, so many levels of evil, is going to go to hell. Do they think about that? No. Why? Well, these cops are going to go to hell. Whatever theological beliefs they believe, they're hellbound. They're going to go to hell too. They're murderers. They murdered this guy. From what I can see, he had no firearm. He was doing things that were foolish, and all these things. But probably these cops who shot him, which I believe were more than one cop, will they be in trouble? Will, after the quote-unquote investigation, they be held liable or anything? No, that won't happen because we have a wicked society. We have a wicked society that continues in its wicked way, just on and on and on. It's like a snowball effect. This guy was killed. I'll just read the beginning of this little article here. It just says, in a backyard, 6 Grand Rapids police officers surrounded an armed man who had threatened to kill his family. Officers commanded 46-year-old Eddie Deans, Deans Jr., to put his, quote, hands up, unquote, as police tried to apprehend the fleeing man in a backyard on the city's southeast side. Excuse me. The encounter ended with one officer firing 4 to 5 shots at Deans as he allegedly lunged toward police. Deans was pronounced dead at the scene, so it's saying that one officer made the shots. I'm not sure if that's true. So many things are just not necessarily true in writing, and even that you can't really necessarily see in the video. Perhaps it's true. And it's really, really evil. And so these cops, are deceived. This guy was deceived. I believe probably there's little to no doubt at all that he died, right away, and that he's in hell now. Jesus said that most people go to hell. He said that, um, you know, that's reality. Um, now, I'm seeing a little bit of something else on this this article thing here. It says Deans also had a troubled past. He was 16 when he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in 1996 and was sentenced to 12 to 50 years in prison. Now, I don't know what that means, second-degree murder. Sue me. But the thing is, it's like that throws another thing in here. So if he was guilty of murder when he was 16, he should have been executed right away. That's what should have happened. But it says second degree murder, and so there's all these caveats and everything. Nothing is really simple, you know, and yet things are really simple according to the scripture. But regarding this and regarding him being killed, I mean, this guy that shot him, he didn't know. He probably didn't. He probably didn't know. He might have, but he probably didn't, that this guy had pleaded guilty to second degree murder. And so when these cops shoot people and they kill people, it's like they're executioners, you know. And yeah, okay, if someone is a murderer, they should be executed right away. The day that they're caught and known to have done it, or the day after. These people who are anti-capital punishment are anti-spiritual. They are anti-Bible. They are anti-God, and there is only one God. So they are pro-Satan. They are pro-sin. They are fools, and they are led about by the prince of the power of the air, which is Satan. But there's no reason necessarily to know that this guy knew anything about this guy's past. Even if he did, obviously the law had sentenced him or whatever. And so that would be just him executing this guy and saying, oh, well, this guy pleaded guilty in the past, second-degree murder, and he's still alive. Let me just put him out of his misery here, or not put him out. They don't care about the guy. They don't care who they're shooting. Don't trust the cops. You need to watch a video online by James Duane, a person who is probably not a law professor anymore, I guess. I'm not sure. He's quite a bit older now. This is like from 2013, I think, or so, called Don't Talk to the Police. He was, or maybe he still is, I don't know, a law professor at, I believe it's, is it Regent University? I'm not sure. I think it's the Pat Robertson one, which is, I think it's in Virginia. So I'm not sure. That's probably, I think that's a different region, is a different one. But anyway, I'm not sure. But it's a great video about the fact that you should not talk to the police. You know, I'm not talking about in, you know, like a traffic stop or something like that, or giving them your, you know, ID or your driver's license or whatever. I'm talking about other things. But yeah, it's really, really a terrible thing. And so this guy went to hell. And this cop is also going to go to hell because he's a murderer. Cops sign up to murder when they sign up. When they swear the oath or whatever it is, they swear to kill people. They swear to murder people. They're not protecting. It's not to protect and to serve. That's a lie on the side of their cars. It's to destroy and enslave. That's what they are. That's what cops do. And it's just, that's just reality. I just watched this video, and so I wanted to make a video about it because it's what happens. You know, cops see some person doing stuff, instead of there being some kind of a net that they can shoot at the person, or some kind of a tranquilizer or anything, and they had no evidence that this guy had a firearm, they just shoot the person and kill him. Also, regarding people that are suffering quote-unquote mental health situations, and here it says something about this guy. I think it says his grandma. It has, let's see, yeah, well, no. But it does say in this article that Deans struggled his grandma said that, or let's see, who was it? She told Dean's mother called 911. She told a dispatcher Dean's threatened her grandson with a knife. Da, 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 da. Anyway, it says that Dean's struggled with mental health issues for years. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, antisocial personality disorder. Da 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 da. Now, you have to take that with probably 2 tons of salt, because these people that quote unquote diagnose and these experts, you can't trust them, and they don't properly diagnose anything really, according to spiritual things and reality, because they're in their little world of having to prescribe drugs, of having to work according to their little false and demonic system. There can be some truth in it, but anyway, yeah. So they don't shoot with a net or tranquilizer gun or anything like that at all. They just kill people, and it's evil. They didn't shoot him with rubber bullets; they killed him. These are people that are going to be judged in the judgment of God when they die, and they're going to go to hell. They're not going to go to heaven. They're not going to heaven. Someone that's a Christian, someone that's a true Christian, and only true Christians that go to heaven, does not become a cop. And the reason they don't become a cop is because the Bible says not to be slaves of men. And if you can avoid it. But, these people don't care. Because if you become a cop and you say, well, I can't do that. I can't. Okay, that you're taught to shoot, to kill. And you're taught to do certain things. What are you going to do? Just like not do that? Well, you're going to be fired, or you'll get in trouble and whatever, So righteous people do not become police officers. You need to believe that. No righteous people become police officers. And you need to not trust any police officers. Police officers are not good. And I've seen videos, you probably have heard about them before too, where there's some person, a relative, like a child of a couple of parents, saw this one video where there was this guy, I think he was in his 30s. He was actually a piano player, and I think I actually saw some footage, like maybe a YouTube video or something of his playing the piano, like a great piano player, like a accomplished piano player. Anyway, he was having some quote unquote mental health struggles, and he was living at his parents' house. And they, because they didn't know what to do, called 911. They shouldn't have called 911. Anyway, basically, like a couple of cops showed up. At the very end, there were 7 cops. I don't remember whether they used a gun. I don't think they did necessarily, but the guy was overweight, and they basically caused him to have, I think, a heart attack or something like that. But there are and he died. And so you should not call 911 unless you absolutely have to, and you've thought it through decidedly, extremely carefully, based on everything. The right thing normally to do is not to call 911, because it makes things worse. Because when you call 911, police have to make reports. They have to talk to you. They come there. They don't. You can't call 911 and say, okay, I want police to come over here, but can they leave their guns at the station? They don't do that. So there are people that are struggling with mental health issues. I saw a video of someone, I think, that had a screwdriver. He hadn't hurt anyone, and he was standing in the middle of the street with the screwdriver, and they were telling him to put the screwdriver down. And he was like, I don't know, 100 feet away. He was a long ways away from them. He hadn't hurt anyone, and they shot him to death. They killed him. They murdered him. So, if you think that there's not going to be a judgment, that God is not going to judge people when they die, you're stupid. If you think that there's no God, you're stupid, and the Bible calls you a fool if you think there's no God. There's obviously a God. Obviously, there's going to be a judgment. Obviously, we are guilty, because Well, you can feel you're guilty. You know you've sinned. You know you've done wrong. Everyone has done wrong. And the only people that are going to go to heaven are people that confess their sins to God and ask him for forgiveness through Christ, who died on the cross for sin and rose from the dead. Otherwise, you'll pay for your own sins in a lake of fire forever. Do you want to do that? I don't think you want to do that. So I just had to talk about this because there's a lot of things that need to be talked about, and this is just one of them.